Also, Rich Anderson, former House of Delegates member, who's with us right now, coming up momentarily. And also Mike Scholler, who is in the Northern Neck and one of the committee members there, veteran, and he'll be on at 9:50. So we're going to give everybody their due, and I want to thank Rich Anderson for joining us. And he has a couple things on his mind. He was not happy with some of the things that were said about him at 7:35 when he had on Jack Wilson, who we have unequivocally endorsed for re-election or for election for Republican Party of Virginia chairman. Rich, thanks for being with us, and we want to give you equal time and an opportunity to respond to some of the comments that were made today, Rich. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, John. Thanks for having me back on. I didn't mean to disrupt your program, but I just wanted to come on the air and speak to some of those issues. What I'll do is just take it from the top because I'm not certain where I got cut off before.
Yeah, go ahead.
But there were principally three issues that you had discussed that I wanted to address and clarify the record, if I might. First of all, you made the statement that I was a never-Trumper, which is absolutely untrue. I'm a guy that spent 30 years in the United States Air Force uniform, had the highest respect for the President of the United States. I think we need to bend every degree of mind, spirit, and energy to get him reelected as the 45th President of the United States. Throughout my campaigns for the House of Delegates in 2017 and 2019, I knocked on 10,000 doors each year. It takes 8 months to do that, about 6 or 7 days a week, 4 to 6 hours on the door. But that's the way you win elections, and it's a way, if you want to represent people, you can be informed. So I knocked on all those doors, had great conversations about Mr. Trump, never, ever conveyed whether they were pro or con behind that door. Never relayed anything that would give even the most casual or energetic observer the impression that I don't support the President of the United States. He is our party leader, and if I aspire to have served in the House of Delegates with him as President of the United States, and now that I aspire to serve as party chair with him as President of the United States, I better be fully on board as a supporter, or I should not be there.
I agree with that.
You look at you asked Bill Card, the just departed chairman of the Prince William County Board or Prince William County Republican Committee. He'll tell you about signs that I helped deliver, those doors, and I had scathing attacks from Democrats about my support for the president. So I do not take a back seat to that allegation. These keyboard warriors, and there are many of them, but those who like to say it, come up here and knock doors with me in a tough area. Just hear what I have to say about Mr. Trump. Secondly, the party plan change. I do not support that party plan change simply because it
unequivocally. I mean, can you say that right now? That
John,
let me say that if you're chairman, are you going to publicly and vigorously oppose that change to the party plan to shrink the number of state central members?
I've already done that, John, and I don't know why you're not aware that that's the position I've taken, because I've been on a dozen Zoom sessions with Republican committees and organizations around the state speaking to that very issue. You cannot reduce the numbers in a population of folks, the VFRW, the YRs, the CRs, who are dedicated body, mind, and soul to moving our party along. They deploy to our areas. They lick envelopes. They do all the things that win elections and make us competitive. And so why would I want to reduce that? On the 19th of June, I sent a memorandum to the president of all three of those organizations and explained to them my position that I will not vote for that plan because of that. And one of those presidents responded to me with these words. I'm looking at the email right now. Thank you for this strong statement of support for our organizations. I'm a guy whose wife served 21 years in the Air Force along with me. She also, while I was in the House of Delegates, was on the Prince William Board of County Supervisors as a supervisor. She was very active in the VFRW. She was president of the Prince William County Republican Women's Club, which is the local affiliate. And she is now going to assume responsibilities as the 11th District Rep to the VFRW. I've seen this play out in my campaigns, but I also see it play out in my own house. They are absolutely crucial to what we do. And so take it to the bank. I am not going to vote for that amendment because of that.
But are you going to fight it? Here's my thing, Rich, and why I was frustrated. I had you on my show 8 times, right? none of those 8 times did you really ever take a position on any of these things that mattered. It was like, well, kind of, I'll look at it, maybe, kind of, yeah, I'll vote no. I mean, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for somebody to say, hey, this is wrong. We're not going to shrink people from the and go fight it. Because you cannot deny, Rich Anderson, that the convention rigoteers are destroying this party. That's why I'm so opposed to conventions. And I know when we talk about conventions, you've taken the position that, well, there's good times for conventions and bad times. I don't think there's any good time. And so when you have rigged conventions like we got in the 97th and you got in the 5th and you threw out Denver Riggleman and you never took a stand on that, where Bonnie and Clyde were in there rigging the thing, how can I be certain that you're going to lead the party out of this mess we're in with these rigged conventions?
Well, let me speak to that, John. I'm a guy who ran 5 times for the House of Delegates, 6 times, I'm sorry. And during that time, I was always nominated in a primary. I happen to prefer primaries in my own situation. We obviously have, I think it's 4 methodologies in the party plan that units and districts can use in order to select their nominees. I don't think you're going to see the State Central Committee completely eliminate conventions, excuse me, as an option for units and districts.
Sure they are. You need somebody to jawbone this. I mean, to just say, well, it's up to State Central. These people that say to me, it's up to the grassroots. It's the grassroots that they want to pick to manipulate and rig conventions, so you take the party and you choke it to death.
Here's how you do this, John. I don't think you write these out. I don't think there will be the political will on the State Central Committee, but we'll find out if I'm chairman, in order to write out conventions. So what I think we have to do, as with everything else, we've got to have an engaged chairman who looks way down the road at possibilities, at calamities that can occur, and you create rule sets for that. Right now, there are a couple of rule sets that have been proposed as state party plan changes that will be considered at the drive-through so-called state convention, that event that denies us the opportunity to exercise our constitutional right and get together and sharpen and energize one another to be an effective force in the campaigns this fall. But that's another issue on another call-in. I'm telling you, I am committed to having a deep discussion about rule sets, about how we do all of our methodologies, and you can take that to the bank. I don't want to have it.
I'm not interested in a discussion. The party can't win an election. It has no money. They're broke. I'm tired of discussions. I want to get rid of conventions. And if you're not going to do it, I'm not voting for you. It's simple as that. And I got your friend Mike Shower coming up in 5 minutes. I'm not voting for him either. I'm not going to vote for anybody who is not going to eradicate these conventions that are destroying and choking the life out of the party. Because you can't stand up to Bonnie and Clyde or the convention riggers in Southwest Virginia that they get up every day and dream up new ways to rig conventions. And so I don't know how you build a party without a primary. And the people who say, well, it depends on the situation, you have to have the convention. No, I don't want any conventions anywhere at any time. I want a primary, and that's the way you get back. Coupled with the fact that if you have a convention, you don't have any data. This whole thing is insane, and until somebody calls it out, the Republican Party of Virginia is going to continue to be a joke, just like it was in the 97th and the 5th. You can't defend either of those. Both of those were rigged for preferred candidates, and then you want to know why we can't win? Come on, Rich.
John, the convention as a methodology is as old as the Republic. I do not think anyone is going to get a complete write-out of that elimination from the state party plan. So we need to design a rule set to ensure that those things are done in ways that are not divisive. And I make that commitment to you right now to lead the State Central Committee through that process if I am chairman. Take it to the bank.
All right, Rich, I'll take you on that. Look,
John, if I win, I'll come on your show as often as you want, and you can hold me accountable. But those are the things that we've got to do because we've got to fight. Let me say that again, fight and win again.
Rich, everybody that knows me knows it doesn't matter what position I take in a campaign. As soon as the election is over, I turn the page. right? So you're the favorite. You probably are going to win. The day you win, we're friends again. Not that we're friends now, but we're on the same page.
We're friends now, John.
Yeah,
You're doing your job.
now.
You're doing your job.
I mean, I'm doing my job, but the minute you win or Mike wins, I turn the page, and that's the end of that. I've got some of my best friends now are people that I oppose their candidacy.
Politics.
Look, I take my position, but I'm an adult. If you win, I'm all in. If Mike wins, I'm all in with him.